MMA Boxing Talk here. This is a post-fight video for Valentina Shevchenko versus Julianna Pena. Valentina Shevchenko submits, that's right, submits Julianna Pena in round 2 to become the legit number 1 contender. More than likely she's going to rematch Amanda Nunes next. Amanda Nunes got into the cage, the octagon afterwards, and it'd be a great rematch. Cannot wait for that. I'll get to that in a minute. But wow, I don't think too many people predicted Valentina Shevchenko to win by submission. I knew that Valentina Shevchenko's grappling skills were underrated. It was, this fight was billed as striker versus grappler. Valentina Shevchenko, of course, the striker, but like I said, underrated grappling. And we saw that in this fight. She got 2 takedowns in that first round. Sweeps, sorry, but I mean, that first round was very close. It's tough to say who won. I mean, 2 takedowns versus, Pena had, Valentina Shevchenko up against the cage for most of that round. The first round was very, tough to call. But the second round, Pena was winning that round. And Valentina Shevchenko pulls off an armbar submission in the second round. Can't believe it. I'm happy for Shevchenko. I predicted her to win. And, I hate to, throw salt in the wounds, but Julianna Pena had been talking so much shit. And I'm talking before the Kat Zingano fight. Since she beat Jessica Eye, she was talking like, if I beat Kat Zingano, before she fought Kat Zingano, if I beat Kat Zingano and don't get a title shot, I'm done with the UFC. Talking like that. You hadn't beaten anyone legit. And, a win over Kat Zingano. Yes, Zingano at the time, she KO'd Amanda Nunes and Miesha Tate, who were both fighting on that 200 card. But I mean, to be demanding shit like that before you even have a significant win on your record. She was 3-0 in the UFC. Her best win at the time was Jessica Eye, who's an average fighter at 135. I'm sorry to say it, but you're demanding for that. And then this whole narrative where she's talking like, before this fight, the UFC fans should be grateful that I'm taking this shot. I'm taking this fight against Valentina Shevchenko because I deserve the title shot, even though I'm not an exciting fighter. None of the fans are really at all campaigning for Julianna Pena's title shot. Very select few. And you're talking like that. Like, I mean, the sense of entitlement Julianna Pena had was disturbing, in my opinion. I mean, wow. If you're going out starching people and stopping everyone and just demolishing all your opponents, I can understand why you would talk like that and why you would say these things in the media. But she was saying all these things without any real, backing. So, this is a real shot to her ego. She's going to have to, she's going to have to regroup from this. But I have to talk about it. I mean, the amount of ridiculous things that came out of her mouth has really, really, gave me a bad taste in my mouth. And I just had to talk about it. But, I mean, can't believe it. Valentina Shevchenko submits Julianna Pena. I thought she'd win a decision, but never would I think she'd submit Julianna Pena. So, hats off. Congratulations to Valentina Shevchenko. I really hope they book her against Nunes next. It makes sense. They had a very, very close fight the first time. I don't know what the UFC's plan is with the winner of Holly Holm versus Jermaine Durandamy. Personally, I think the UFC, possibly the UFC put that fight together, hoping that Ronda would win beat Amanda Nunes and then fight for a second title. That's what the UFC I think wanted. Maybe they want to start the 145 division, but I mean, if they really wanted to start it legitly, I mean, you put Cyborg in there, and that wasn't their plan. I think if they were doing this to have, if Ronda won, she could go for her second title. But I mean, but then again, if Holly Holm wins, you can have a rematch with Shevchenko. But I think Shevchenko is too small for 145 personally. And the thing is that she's fought at 125 before, and actually she beat Joanna Jędrzejczyk 3 times in Muay Thai, which is unbelievable. All decisions in 2006, 2007, 2008. Valentina Shevchenko beat Joanna Jędrzejczyk. So she could very well be a 125er. Now, the UFC's talked about making a 125 division. I think that would be perfect. I mean, but I would like to see Valentina Shevchenko fight Amanda Nunes next. I know she wants to do that. She wants to get that win back. That first fight was very, very close. I mean, Nunes came out, did very, very well, but then gassed, And what's going to happen in a 5-round fight, And will Pena get caught? Sorry, will Shevchenko get caught like she did in the first fight against Nunes and get into trouble? Maybe she'll learn from the mistakes. Very interesting. Can't wait to see what the UFC does with the women's divisions. I mean, and what they're going to do with Nunes next and Shevchenko next. But I think Shevchenko Nunes 2 makes total sense. Let me know what you guys think. That's it for this one. If you liked the video, subscribe. Check me out on Twitter at MMA Boxing Talk 1. Peace.